Hey, listener.
Yeah.
Ever wondered how to really, squeeze every ounce of benefit out of your cardio?
Yeah.
Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the science behind it all. Thanks to those insights you sent over about that Institute of Human Anatomy video, the one with the Yesoul bikes and treadmills and all that.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
But don't worry, this isn't some sneaky ad.
No.
We're here to understand what makes your heart tick.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly. We're going way beyond just hey, get that heart rate up. We're going to explore how different cardio approaches impact your heart in totally different ways.
Okay, so not all cardio is created equal, huh? Color me intrigued.
Yeah.
The video talked about Zone 2 and V2 Max training. Those sound pretty intense, to be honest. Where should we even start unpacking all this?
Well, first off, we got to acknowledge that any movement is better than no movement, especially when you're just starting out, right? Just finding activities you enjoy and can stick with, that's huge. But if you're ready to, level up your training, that's where understanding these two types of cardio can really be a game changer.
Oh, okay. So it's like leveling up in a video game.
Exactly.
I'm in. I'm ready. Let's start with Zone 2.
Okay.
What's the deal with this zone?
So Zone 2 training is all about maintaining a steady effort at about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate.
Okay.
You should be able to hold a conversation,
Okay.
but maybe not belt out, your favorite aria.
Okay, so more chatty pace than karaoke night.
Exactly.
Got it. But why is this specific zone so magical? Why Zone 2?
Yeah, so that's where the aerobic base comes in. Zone 2 is the sweet spot for building that foundation.
Okay.
Think of it like this. When you train in Zone 2, your heart literally gets stronger. It can pump more blood with each beat, delivering oxygen to your muscles more efficiently. Over time, this can lower your resting heart rate and even have a positive impact on blood pressure.
Wow. So my heart is becoming like this finely tuned machine. I like that.
Yes.
But how do I actually know that I'm in Zone 2 while I'm working out? Do I need to be hooked up to a bunch of, monitors and stuff?
Not necessarily.
Okay, good.
There's a simple test called the talk test.
Okay.
If you can speak in full sentences without, gasping for air, you're likely in the right zone.
Yeah.
Some exercise equipment also measures your effort in watts.
Right.
Which can be another helpful gauge.
Okay, so I'm chatting, not panting.
Yeah.
And keeping an eye on those watts if I got them.
Exactly.
What about the duration of these Zone 2 sessions?
Yeah, so for noticeable benefits, aim for 30 to 60 minutes at a time.
Okay.
And honestly, this is where those fancy screens on the Yesoul equipment could come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
Distracting yourself with a good show or podcast can make those longer workouts fly by. But hey, a good view outdoors works too, whatever you like.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. Now, V2 Max training, that sounds way more intense.
It is.
What's going on there? What is that?
V2 max, or VO2 max, is your maximum oxygen uptake. Essentially how efficiently your body uses oxygen during exercise.
Okay.
It's a great indicator of your overall fitness level.
So the higher my V2 Max, the fitter I am.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But how does training actually improve it?
So V2 max training involves short bursts of very high intensity.
Oh, wow.
Interspersed with recovery periods.
Okay.
This pushes your body to its limits, forcing your heart and lungs to adapt and become more efficient at delivering oxygen. Think of it like interval training on steroids.
Whoa, okay, I'm sensing a theme here, pushing those limits.
Yes.
What are the benefits of all that, huffing and puffing, besides, bragging rights?
Well, besides improving your V2 max and boosting your endurance, there's some fascinating research linking higher V2 max to a decreased risk of all-cause mortality. That means it could actually help you live longer.
Hold up, you're saying those intense bursts can add years to my life?
That's what the research suggests.
Okay, I'm definitely paying attention now. But how do you even DO a V2 Max workout?
Yeah.
It sounds kind of intimidating.
One classic V2 max workout is called 4x4s. Imagine this. You go all out for 4 minutes, then recover for 4 minutes, and repeat that cycle 4 times total.
4 minutes of max effort.
Yes.
That sounds like a recipe for, jelly legs.
It can be tough.
But I'm curious, during those recovery periods, am I, just chilling completely?
It's active recovery, not a total snooze fest.
Yeah.
You want to bring your heart rate down, but still keep moving.
Got it.
Maybe a light jog or gentle pedaling.
Okay.
The video mentioned using a timer to stay focused, which
Yeah.
can be super helpful when you're really pushing your limits.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm guessing doing those 4x4s on a treadmill feels different than on, say, a bike.
Absolutely.
Yeah. On a treadmill, you're kind of at the mercy of that belt speed.
Right. Which can make it mentally easier to push through, you know?
Yeah.
But on a bike or a rower, you're in total control of the resistance.
Okay.
Requires more mental grit to maintain that high intensity throughout the interval.
Interesting. So different machines, different mental games.
For sure.
Got it. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot about both Zone 2 and V2 Max.
Yeah.
Do I need to do both types, or can I just pick my favorite and call it a day?
Ideally, you want both in your cardio toolbox.
Well,
remember, Zone 2 builds that crucial aerobic base,
right,
while V2 Max helps you reach your peak performance potential.
Okay.
The video suggested aiming for at least 2 to 3 hours of Zone 2 per week,
Okay.
plus one V2 Max session.
2 to 3 hours of Zone 2, 1 V2 Max. That's a decent amount of cardio.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for fitting it all in? My schedule's already pretty packed.
I hear you. You don't have to jump in the deep end right away.
Okay, good.
The video actually included a sample weekly plan.
Oh, cool.
With different levels. They called them weeks A, B, C, and D, showing how to gradually increase your training volume.
Okay.
Starts with shorter Zone 2 sessions and slowly builds up as you get fitter.
Got it.
Then incorporates those V2 Max sessions once you have that solid base.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot less intimidated.
Yeah.
Starting slow and steady, I can do that.
There you go.
Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
I have to ask about something else. The video mentioned strength training.
Okay.
Should I be hitting the weights along with all this cardio?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. Strength training is incredibly beneficial for overall health and fitness.
Okay.
Think of it as like the perfect complement to your cardio workouts.
So it's not cardio or R weights, it's both.
Exactly.
Tell me more about these complementary benefits.
Absolutely. So strength training builds muscle,
Right.
which not only helps boost your metabolism,
Okay.
but also strengthens your bones,
What's that?
protecting you from injuries as you get older. And here's where it gets really interesting. A recent study found that people who combined strength training with regular cardio had significantly lower risks of heart disease and stroke compared to those who only did one or the other.
Okay, I'm convinced. Strength training is officially on my to-do list.
Good.
Now, I have to ask about those Yesoul machines again.
Yeah.
They had some pretty cool features, right? Like that giant screen and the fact that they fold up.
Yeah, they did. The video highlighted those features,
Yeah.
especially the HD screen and the ability to mirror your phone.
Nice.
So you can stream workouts or watch shows while you exercise. It's a great way to make those longer workouts more enjoyable,
For sure.
especially for folks who get bored easily.
Totally.
And yeah, they emphasize that compact, foldable design, perfect for those of us who don't have a home gym the size of a basketball court.
That's definitely a plus in my book. But just to be crystal clear, we're not getting paid to say any of this, right?
Not at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We're all about providing you with the knowledge to make informed decisions about your fitness journey. The best equipment is the one that you enjoy using and that fits your lifestyle.
I love that. So we've covered Zone 2, V2 Max, strength training.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go from here? What's the big takeaway?
The key is to find a balance that works for you.
Okay.
Remember, consistency is key. Building a sustainable routine you can stick with will always be more beneficial than sporadic bursts of intense effort.
Consistency over crash diets. I like the sound of that.
Absolutely.
But how do I know what's really sustainable for me?
Any parting advice for figuring that out? That's the million-dollar question, right? Finding that sweet spot where it's like challenging, but I also enjoy it.
Yeah, it really is.
What are your thoughts? It's all about listening to your body, you know?
Okay.
Paying attention to how you feel.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to experiment with
Yeah.
different types of cardio, different intensities, different durations. Maybe you thrive on those like high-intensity sprints.
Right.
Or maybe you prefer a long, leisurely bike ride.
Yeah.
The key is to find what makes you feel energized and motivated, not drained and defeated.
That makes so much sense. It's not about punishing ourselves. It's
Yeah.
about finding that joy in movement.
Exactly.
I'm guessing that sweet spot might change over time too, right?
Absolutely. As you get fitter, your body will adapt, and you might find yourself craving new challenges. Maybe you start with Zone 2 to build that base, then gradually incorporate those V2 Max intervals.
Right.
Or maybe you discover a love for strength training and start incorporating more weights into your routine.
Okay.
The beauty of fitness is that it's a journey, not a destination.
I love that. A journey, not a destination.
Okay.
that like takes the pressure off,
For sure.
It's not about reaching some like arbitrary finish line.
Yeah.
It's about enjoying the process and seeing how our bodies respond along the way.
I love
Me too, me too. And you know what? It's cool because this whole deep dive was inspired by the information you provided.
That's right.
You're already taking that proactive step toward like optimizing your health. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
It all comes back to you, listener.
Yeah.
We've given you the knowledge, the tools, the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to you to take that next step.
That's right. So here's something to ponder as you embark on your fitness adventure.
Okay.
How do these insights change the way you think about cardio?
Ooh, good question.
What small change can you make today to get a little bit closer to your goals?
Keep those questions in mind as you lace up those sneakers or hop on that bike. And remember, every step you take, every drop of sweat is a victory. Until next time, stay curious, stay active, and keep on learning.